Okay, I ran the 1 minute template last night, and wow, we got a sell-off here. So let's take a quick look. One and done on the 150K accounts, and one and done on 300Ks. Master accounts talking out to follower accounts. So you can see right here, just want to do a little morning review. That was our opening pre-market, and then after the U.S. cash session opening range. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's get rid of that. Let's use the drawing tools from NinjaTrader. I like their rectangular box a little bit better. Okay, so there we go. Let's show you what happened this morning. So there we go. We went right down and smacked a levels test on key levels from yesterday. So remember pre-market, we came down, we had that selling. We lifted, we had that big W pattern, and we were one and done to the upside yesterday. So I found out I have to travel today. Want to go meet with somebody that's highly proficient in aspects of NT8 and one other platform. I'm going to go meet with them today in an adjoining state for a quick 1 day travel meetup. And anyhow, we traded down. So I was short. I turned on the 1 minute template. That got short in the evening. I actually thought we might get a little bit of a pullback overnight and then maybe get long and run up and challenge these levels. But once we got into EU market session, which starts, the primary trading starts about 2 a.m. US Central Time or Chicago time, there was not much buying of DAX or EU session indices, and down we go all the way and take out that level. So anyhow, that worked out. Since then, we're getting a bit of lift, and we'll see if we get buyers out of the open today. We've got about an hour to go to open. We'll see if they run it back up in the range, or we come down, chip away at this recent support, and trade lower back into the prior range. So anyhow, just wanted to show what's going on here with the overall market in general leading into Tuesday's trading. Did have faster bands outside of the other bands, the slower bands, and I don't take long on red candles. The first green candle after that point was right there, and it's been a grinder up and then a little bit of push. Not yet to the other side of the band. So anyhow, we made it to mid band and it's chopping around here pre-market. We'll see what we get. So let's get rid of drawing tools there. Then I want to show you one other chart on the setups with the grid MA alerts combined with the grid cloud. I think you guys should really be watching these setups on a time frame that you like best. Okay, for another pretty simplistic mechanical approach to trading, for those into that, let's take a look at yesterday's signals. We came into the US cash session open period. We had traded lower the prior day on Friday at the tail end of the day. Bit of lift into end of day. We closed. Market opened Sunday night into Monday with a big gap up and rally move. The EU markets cash session, they were a seller. And then we came into right before the typical 7:32 a.m. US Central Time window that I pay attention to. So there's Friday's closing area price. So basically we did a gap fill. So the Sunday overnight session trading above Friday's close level. We came right down to that level, fill the gap, and then boom, we get a wondrous long setup after my typical 7:32 a.m. time window that I look for trades. So I think it was about 7:33 or 7:34. So what I look for is I look for price flat spot on the grid MA alerts and lift in the grid MA alerts. I want to see the cloud right between those two. That to me is a textbook signal if I wanted to be long or short. Here's one, the grid cloud. Both segments of the grid cloud are between price and between the grid MA alerts. We had another signal to long side. That was that big W pattern. That was a wondrous setup. Market gap fill. We come into the US cash session open at 8:30 Chicago time, traded down a bit. We held that stair-stepping higher price, and we had a W pattern forming, getting in the trade. There's the completion of your W pattern. You break that, I guess you could call it pre-market pivot, and you come up and do a level sweep of the Sunday overnight session high, and then we'll go, I'll show you the other level we ran up to. So it's the pattern, and I have them in these little magenta boxes. That is an A+ look to the indicator combination of the grid MA alerts. So the grid MA alerts paired up with the grid cloud. So there's the grid cloud in green and red. And so that's putting those two indicators together. This is a same old grid Renko 88 chart that I've been showing ever since I first showed it, with the exact same settings, never changed them once. But you can do what you want. If this is too slow of a time frame for you, then just go down. Check out a grid 80, or a grid Renko 80, a grid Renko 75, a grid Renko 70, 55, 50, whatever you want, 37. But I like this as a little bit of a bigger picture look for me. And when I see these beautiful patterns in the indicator of alignment between the cloud and the grid MA alerts, I then decide, is that an area I want to be a buyer or sell in the market? So I was in automated stuff, one and done long on the 1 minute template. I did work this short trade. I'll show you why I wanted to be short. Let's go take a look at two levels that we took out. So you can see there's a little node on price right here. So let's go ahead and put a little box on that. We'll take the NinjaTrader drawing tool, put a rectangle box. So that little area price right there. You can see that flat spotted area on the indicator to the pivot high. And let's bring this up. So in that long action out of the W pattern, where buyers stepped in right after the US session open at 8:30, we had light selling, and they stepped in, and it was all institutional action. Just they were 0 DTE options buying, regular options buying, stock baskets of stocks buying, they're buying futures, and it just ripped right up. So they right away took out the Sunday night into Monday overnight session high, low volume environment high, and they ran it right up to this next area where there may be a very little bit of resistance. So if you're long and you're looking for areas to really pay attention to, if you're in a trade here and the market's blowing through here, you need to be Johnny on the spot getting ready to blip out of this trade. If you're trading manual, you see a level sweep, you're watching. Cloud and grid MA alerts continue to be all north, and not until you get some red on the cloud after you've come up and just missed another level and you're getting some rotation, makes some sense that you got one heck of a nice run. Time to be thinking about booking out. And then when you get this counter signal, you should definitely be flat. So I like the fact that we did a level sweep and came up to the bottom side of some little node of selling resistance from Friday's heavy selling. And I like that setup, and worked its way, oscillated a bit, but got down. Somewhere in here, either on the long or the short or some of this prior action, should have been done. No need to be trading at, noon Central Time or later after you've been given such great signal opportunities. There was a long signal that met the criteria as far as the pattern of the two indicators there and there. So those had little moves, and then we junked out the last hour or so of the day. So there we are coming into today's action. Looks like we're going to be down here before the U.S. cash session open, testing this, I guess you could say pre-market and opening market range from yesterday. Looks like we might be testing that. We'll see. So I always like to see, does the market start the day on the edge of the recent range of price action? Or does it start in the middle? I like it when the market starts the day at one of the edges. Because if I see this down here and it holds, and out of the open we got lift, then my 1 minute chart template is very likely to catch a one and done to the long side if I had it on. Now I traded last night, so I'm done for the day in my main automated trading for the day. So since I made some travel plans last night after some phone calls and found we could meet up, I'm going to go meet with somebody today and kind of get some insight on some additional ideas I have for NinjaTrader and see what the feasibility of that is. So anyhow, and I might meet with another programmer today that I've not worked with in a really, really long time. So looking forward to it. So anyhow, just wanted to kind of show where the market's at, what's going on with everything, getting ready. And you guys really need to pay attention and set up and watch this Grid MA alerts, Grid Cloud combo. So if you have any questions on anything, let us know, info@gridalgo.com. I am racing here to get rid of this. We got rid of about 80% of the flickering that's going on in the bands, which is driving me nuts. I'm hoping to have that resolved today and making it a high priority to get this done and working exactly the way I want it so I can put it out to our group. I got all the logic of the indicator. I just don't want it flickering because sometimes when it's flickering, it's reloading and backfilling historical data, which is really stupid. I don't get why it would do that. But anyhow, who knows with NinjaTrader? Using NinjaTrader's inherent graphics is one thing, but getting into, I think they call it DirectX. And remember, this stuff is all on the Microsoft.NET framework. Trying to do stuff with indicators that's using graphics, I guess you could say beyond the typical standard capabilities of NinjaTrader 8 can be a bit, you just kind of got to keep working it till you get it just right and make sure it's reliable and working properly. So there you have it. Definitely we'll have an update later in the day today after I go meet with these two guys, have some meetings this morning, pretty important, and see if I can kind of take what we're doing to NinjaTrader to the next level. Obviously, NinjaTrader will be around for a long time. I'm also will be putting an update out late in the day after these morning meetings to midday meeting. I have one morning, one midday on Quantower because I'm getting ready to roll out the first set of tools there. Okay, so there you have it. Markets, a bit of selling in the overnight session, some lift going back toward the morning session lows. We'll see where the market opens here in about 50 minutes or so. So you guys all have a great trade day and look for more updates today at the Grid Algo YouTube channel. I'm definitely going to be posting up more information probably midday, and then I'll put up some more goodies later part of the day. Okay, everybody have a fantastic trade day. Talk to you all later.